If people can come, let me know. Well, you know this house, we can't fit in too many. And listen, Miriam, Anna mustn't know. So if you do see her on Friday, take care. Hello? Oh, Mona. Just a minute. Well, can I help you, Mother?
Anna can't find a suitable place to put her present. I don't think she wants to find one myself.
All right, I'll come and help in a minute, when I finish my phone call. Anna's mother. If she finds out, the whole world will know, too. Now, listen. We'll meet next week and talk it over. Yeah, she's out on Monday, so there'll be no problem.
Huge portions of food they served. We couldn't eat half of it. Lucky we got some exercise in the shopping mall.
You must have trailed around for hours looking for this.
Oh, no. The exercise class in the shopping mall. It was held each day. Sometimes we joined in.
Mother, too?
Oh, she wouldn't trust me on my own. Far too many widows about.
What's that, dear?
I was telling her about the widows. She left me alone on a bench one day, and when she came back...
He had 3 of them lined up. Anna, I must speak to you.
Is there something wrong?
It's about Paul. I walked in on him upstairs, and he was on the phone, and I thought, oh, Lord, it's starting all over again. He's whispering about me.
Whispering about you?
But he's talking about me on the phone to Matron.
You mean the matron from our home?
No, Gerald, not our home. The other one, the matron who made me feel so miserable.
Now, why would he be talking to that matron?
Well, I don't know. I was thinking about her. I was thinking we ought to sue her for pushing me down that hole.
But that was before you ever met her.
I know what it is. It's that bad dream you had. You remember the night we were out so late, when we met the couple from Florida?
Oh, but bad dream or not, I can tell you, he was whispering on the phone and he stopped pretty quickly when I came into the room.
So?
Well, I was wondering if perhaps he was trying to get his own back on you, in kind.
Would you like to be more explicit?
A bit on the side.
I'm awfully sorry. I do wish you wouldn't. I'll talk to her about it.
It's all right. I'm used to it by now.
Hello. I telephoned Bangor today. Spoke to Dr. Medley. You know, the guy who did the assessment for our Jeff.
Yeah.
Do you want another cheese one as well?
That's fine.
Okay. Remember the year you were in London when we first moved in? For all those long hauls? Seemed like routine then, you not being here overnight.
Feels strange, will it?
Yeah. Might even get nervous, with Jeff being away as well.
I'll get Harry telling you he's a big savage hound.
Oh, you shouldn't be cruel to him, Frank. Do you know he's bursting to nose moving in. Keeps haunting the decorator.
He'll know soon enough.
Yeah.
Anyway, tell me about Bangor.
Oh, well, Dr. Medley was smashing. He's agreed to give evidence at the appeal.
Pressure's still on Jeff, though.
Yeah. Hiya.
Aye, what's this?
It's a disco. It's been planned for ages.
Oh, she's going out with a gang from school. I meant to tell you, love, but you know how frantic it's been.
A gang consisting of?
Yeah, and Ronnie and Pete.
Owen.
Owen?
That's a fair-sized gang, isn't it?
They all know it's school and they won't be back late.
Well, you did say later than usual.
Well, as it's a bit special, yeah.
How come it's special? I mean, I thought it was normal to celebrate after exams, not before.
It's special because I'm going out with Owen, which is surprising, really, the way he got treated when he was here. You know, being kicked out into the street like.
Oh, out onto the close, love.
You know what I mean?
OK. We'll be back by 11. And no shenanigans, disco and then home. Don't think 'cause I'm away.
I just want to enjoy myself. I don't want any aggro.
Good.
Oh, you started off on the wrong foot before I've even left the house.
Where are you going with that plate?
Upstairs.
What's wrong with the table here?
I won't be nagged to death. No thanks.
Were you like that at our age?
How do you mean, love?
You know, horse flying off the handle.
Just occasionally.
Don't blame you, then.
Oh, drive safely, love.
You've got a couple of visitors out there, and I rather think it's your bag of nerves, Karen Davies, and friend.
Here?
Outside, looking nervous. I'll go and reassure her if you like, if you can't see her straight away.
That's generous.
Well, you know, the human touch, which you seem to think I'm incapable of.
Are you not pushed at the moment, Jonathan?
Not really, no. Waiting on a call.
Why don't you go and feed the fish? I think that's something else our temp forgot.
Sorry about the mud. I wanted to show you, look. That's where I used to run. Then I take a roundabout route home.
Ah, you enjoyed your running.
Oh, marvellous. Yeah, I miss it.
Oh, why didn't you carry on?
Had a bit of a scare. Didn't think the old heart would be up to it. You know, I still haven't found the answer to a happy retirement.
Well, the answer is to be active, Paul. I mean, take me, I'm a member of the Rotary Club, and before I went into the home, I did a lot of fundraising. Oh, and another thing, I loved arguments, so I helped organize a local debating society.
Well, perhaps that's my trouble. You see, when we moved here from the Whittle, I didn't put down any roots.
Oh, excuses, excuses.
No, no. It has crossed my mind recently that we should move.
Leave that lovely little house. Well, surely it gives you something to do.
Home improvements.
Well, work for idle hands. And once you've got the circulation going, start joining things, do voluntary work. Well, just think, with your experience in industry, and you've led men, well, why let all that experience go to waste?
I think that flatters me somehow.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, you'd do far better with Annabelle if you had more of a life of your own. I know you've had a difficult time. Well, Mona.
No. We've repaired the bridges now. As a matter of fact, I'm planning something rather special for her birthday. A party. I want to keep it a surprise. Don't let Mona know yet.
Oh, now, that explains it. She caught you whispering on the phone.
That's what I was doing. Roping in one of our old friends to help set up the party.
Well, now you've let me into the secret. May I help?
Oh, with pleasure.
My dad worked on the building sites, and he was always saying what was wrong, where the site wasn't safe and where they were breaking the building regulations. Well, he got sort of blacklisted in the end, and none of the firms would give him work. Well, they found an excuse to get rid of him.
Karen, this is fine, but I need to know why you're here, okay?
Well, the bloke who Mr. Moss told us about, the shop fitter who went and took the bacon. He reminded me of my dad.
I see.
The way Mr. Moss explained it, the firm wanted him out. And my dad died, you see. My dad died 18 months ago, and I blame some of the firms for that. So when I was sitting at my till, I thought about the bloke who took the bacon, and that led me to thinking about my dad, and I kept bursting into tears. Mr. Moss says you have to look cheerful on the till. He told me to come here and sort it out.
All right. One simple question. Did you take the pound from beside the till?
Well, although I do like Mr. Moss, he's terrible if you don't balance. If your till receipts don't match up with your money. So when I went in that morning and I saw that pound, I thought if I put this in the till, I'll be out by a pound at the end of the day. Well, he can keep you there for hours after work trying to...
I understand.
So I put the pound in my pocket, just so it wouldn't be there anymore.
Karen, why didn't you tell me this when I came in this morning?
Mr. Moss.
And now?
He says he'll call it a one-off. It won't go any higher.
Sorry to interrupt. I've got to get off now.
Oh, that's okay. I'll look up.
McMahon's treating me to dinner.
That's nice.
You all right?
So. Your thing sounds promising.
Sarah, you'll walk in here one day and you'll probably find an aquarium.
American women paint everything, even their toenails. They all try to look younger than they are. They spend hours in the ladies. And I suppose that's because of the machines.
Machines?
Yes, those gambling machines. One-armed bandits.
In the ladies? You sure?
Of course I'm sure. I Toady daughter and the postcard.
Mother, I haven't received one postcard, let alone postcards.
Well, I don't know. Teddy got his all right.
Teddy would.
Such a shame he couldn't have organised the wedding. Poor Teddy.
Why poor?
Well, missing it all.
Mother, wasn't something you didn't like about the wedding? I get the impression from the comment you made the other day that you weren't quite satisfied.
Oh, I was quite happy. It was the guests. There simply weren't enough cars.
Nobody was kept waiting, at least not by Paul. You were the one who kept us all waiting, fiddling around with the service.
But I thought you liked the new words.
That's beside the point. We worked very hard to give you a lovely wedding, and the only comment you can make is that Teddy would have done it better.
Well, I don't know why you're so upset.
I'm upset, Mother, because you undermine me. You land on us unexpectedly. I make you welcome. I even paint your nails. And you can't give me one single word of praise.
I wonder if they can hear you in the kitchen.
Don't care if they can.
Yes, but they won't come in. You know what cowards men are. I'm dying for my snack and my hot drink.
Paul is not a coward. However, if that's what you think. I've finished screaming at Mother, and I am not going to burst into tears, so it's perfectly safe for you to come in now.
We were coming in anyway.
Mother.
Thank you, Paul.
Anna, lace it with brandy if you like.
No, thanks, I'll manage.
Ah, well, this is very cosy. This is the way to spend an evening, eh?
Companions all. To quote from our wedding service, to be faithful and cheerful companions in the twilight of our lives.
Well, does the name matter?
Yeah, you've got this massive military project. What do you call it? Star Wars. Sounds like a game, but you don't really think in terms of Third World War, do you?
Well, I don't think the threat is bombs. I think we're destroying the Earth by ourselves. We won't need any bombs right where going at it.
Yeah. How are your feet, Sam?
Still there.
Did they know they bring to a disco?
I've got comfy shoes on, so it's all right. She won't believe we missed the last bus.
How she believe me?
You know, with your record.
Oh, you'd be all right if your dad's not there.
Should be worrying now.
Yeah. Should have left a bit early, really, shouldn't we?
Didn't want to, it was great.
Never mind. Only 1,163 yards to go.
So do you think the firm will back down and give him his job back?
Yes, once I produce Karen Davis. I'll follow it up tomorrow first thing. But I don't think they'll go on with it now.
Does he know yet?
Yeah, I phoned as soon as she'd gone. He was so geared up to expect the worst, he had to hand the phone to his wife.
You mean he broke down? I'm glad for him. I'm glad for me, too. After all, I put you onto it. Going against Jonathan, well, it's just a good job it worked out.
It's so different from what I was doing. Well, it's not what I thought I wanted to do. But the funny thing is, I felt stretched by it. Jonathan thinks I like legal aid because I'm taking a moral stance. But there's no way I'm into causes. And I don't despise the business world. I mean, it's specialised in company law.
Well, it's Laurie, you see. I mean, she was into causes, and he finds it hard to get her out of his head.
Look, it's okay. I'll be all right now. You go.
No, I'll come in with you and explain.
Well, that'll be two of us in trouble then.
Look, if we go out again, she'll only say I can't be trusted. It looks worse if I get off now.
When you say if we go out again,
Well, if you felt you could cope with this level of, you know, charm and intelligence without collapsing at my feet.
Oh, I see. You're clearly in no hurry to tell me that you're home, even though it's well after midnight.
All right, Mrs. R, let me explain.
I suppose you missed the last bus.
we did.
And there was no taxis at the rank in town, honest.
And all the ones that passed were full, Mum.
What about the telephone boxes, miss? Or had they all disappeared as well?
You see, the thing was, I mean, I was grabbing a leg off her.
You are older than her. You should have more sense.
Oh, hey, he needn't walk me home, you know. He needn't have a tour. It's going to be ages before he gets home.
It's all right, Sammy.
All right, I'll ring him a taxi then.
She's right, I should have phoned.
She's just a bit uptight because your dad's away, that's all.
Yeah, well, I knew that, didn't I?
Oh, she'll get over it.
No, it's all spoilt now.
Hey, not for me, it isn't.
John had some good luck tonight. I think we should all drink to the firm of Davies and Towns.
Well, fine by me.
And I gather you haven't done too badly yourself.
I had to tell him I couldn't help it.
Well, I'll need till tomorrow to know for sure.
No, the success you were holding out on me earlier, you knew it was almost in the bag.
Well, tell me your news.
Well, the shares business looks on. And he's promised to put work my way.
He's putting John on a retainer.
Congratulations.
No, she said it. This woman's been putting me down all day long, trying to apologise while she's been playing hard to get.
Don't exaggerate.
No, seriously. In times these last few days when I thought I made a terrible mistake.
John, about what?
Setting up with her at all.
Oh, it's all in your head. There's no problem. Sarah isn't anything like Laura.
Fond thoughts of home?
Yeah, I've just been showing Sarah the photos. I do get homesick, you know I do.
Oh, but I won't go to Canada this summer. Imagine she's been having a moan about that.
Not moan.
Oh, come on, it's the all girls together bit, isn't it? You've been knocking back the booze and analysing me.
I've been doing the ironing.
We've been talking about my work, not your private affairs.
Cheryl fancies herself for the pop psychology bit, don't you? My feelings with Laura aren't that simple when you've been through what I...
Oh, no, I was around then, in the office.
Sarah, shall I run you home?
No, I'll call a cab.
I'll take you. We can talk about work.
No, I'd rather not. Besides, we're fine. We haven't made a dire mistake. I'm set to make our living.
And me our fortune. Yes, I think so too.
Sorry.
You needn't have walked me back, you know.
Oh, Sammy, will you stop saying that? Look, try and see it from my point of view, love. I've tried to see it from yours.
Don't see how you can say that.
I'll tell you how. I kept this disco business from your father right up to the last minute. He could have put the blocks on it, you know.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, well, you do now. I trusted you, Sammy, and you've broken that trust.
You don't know what a disco's like. Can't always keep your eye on the clock.
Sammy, you're going to have to from now on. Because I sat there long enough waiting for Jeff the time he ran away. Now, you're not going to put me through that again. None of you children are.
It's not the same.
It is when you sat there waiting, love. It feels the same. Waiting is waiting.
Yeah, I know.
Look, I've got enough on my plate at the moment, what with the appeal and if we can cope with the new house.
We'll be all right there, won't we?
I don't know, love. I don't know how hard it's going to be. But I'll tell you one thing. I know why your father did it. He did it for you and for me. So it's up to us not to let him down, okay?
I'm sorry.
You like this boy, Owen, don't you? It's not the disco that turns your head, makes you forget what time it is. But all the same, Sam, if you want to go out with him again, you're going to have to do better than this. Trust is something you have to earn, if it just doesn't come that easy.
All right.
No.
Thanks.
Don't wake Casey up, eh?
Okay.
Has she gone?
Yep.
What happened? You came home tonight in such a good mood.
Tired.
Don't rule out a holiday.
Canada's out of the question. You go.
Would I want to come back?
And not graduate from the Manchester Business School. Well, you'd come back all right. For that, at least.
John, I came to England for you.
Did you? I was never quite sure. You once said that if you didn't get into Manchester, you'd consider studying somewhere else. However far away it was from me.
Hey, live in the present. Don't brood on what was said a year ago.
We seem to be leading Such separate lives.
I know. That's why our time together is so precious. That's why it needs to be just us. Look, these are some of the flats that I've seen and liked. Why don't you go and look at them too? Just look.
We hardly spare the time.
I know, but you're getting things together, right?
Yeah, but that's hardly the time for distraction.
Well, I'm just asking you to look at it.
With the idea of moving, don't tell me that's not disruptive. God, the palaver when we moved in here.
You see, you know, it is there all the time. I didn't go on to Sarah about Laura, John, but would you blame me if I had?
Okay, maybe you didn't. But I'll tell you why not. Because you had something else on your mind. Because you had something to celebrate. As soon as Sarah's won her little battle, she comes running to tell you. One in the eye for Jonathan, eh? The case he said she shouldn't touch.
It wasn't like that.
No? No? Well, I'll tell you, that's how it seemed. You line up with Sarah against me.
That's a distortion.
No, it's not. You asked her to step in.
But everything turned out all right. I don't understand. I mean, we never used to fight like this. It's this house.
Oh, sure, yeah. Blame Terry. Blame Sue.
I'm being realistic. You know, I want us to survive.
A mischievous face brings it home just what a wonder the team at Jimmy's really are. 12-month-old William is alive only because of the great care and attention he received from the staff there. Now Katie and the new girl on the close go missing in Brookside.
Well, mind yourself.
Nice, hang on. Nice.
Thank you.
You're all right, mate. Yeah, cheers.
Still no sign of our new neighbours.
They'll be here.
I can't do a bit fine, aren't they?
Chris, we don't live there anymore, love. We live here. Stop worrying.
Yeah.
Hills. Let's look at the detail. London, southeast, central, south and southwest England, East Anglia,
New home,
West
new
Midlands,
start.
the Channel Islands and South Wales. Showers with sunny or clear.
All right, Jessica?
Perhaps frost and fog patches early and late in places. Wind southwest, light or moderate, a little below normal.
Everyone who owns a house has a mortgage, love.
I know, but there were more defaults and repossessions last year than ever before.
That's not our fault. We didn't vote for them.
Oh, but I don't want to end up on the street, Frank.
And I do, love. Chris, we've got 3 grown kids. Sammy especially. She's too old to be sharing a room.
I know, but...
We can afford this place.
No, only just.
Only just has always been good enough.
Yeah, but what if...
What if what?
Oh, well, what if you fall ill or you have an accident or something?
I won't.
But what if you do?
But what if there's a nuclear war? Chris, remember your dad balking on a £3,000 mortgage and 10 years later wishing he'd taken it? My man was the same. We've done the right thing.
I just don't want anything to go wrong, though.
Well, something's bound to go wrong. But when it does, we'll handle it, OK?
Oh, I don't know what's wrong with me. Maybe I can't believe we're here.
Hey, don't be scared of being happy. This is our dream come true.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Can I have me tea now?
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Back already? What are you doing? Going for a bicycle ride, dear?
Now, that's not strictly true, Mother.
I love riding a bicycle. I always have. It's one of the best sports you can do, isn't it, darling?
That and swimming.
Oh, do you swim then, Gerald?
He's a wonderful swimmer.
Now, let's not get carried away.
He taught me to swim during our courtship, swept me off my feet and into the water.
You've been able to swim for years, Mother.
No, I haven't. Really, I was a stone until you came along.
Mother, could I have a word with you?
Oh, you're married, dear.
Please. I just wanted to apologize to you. We're coming to stay for 3 weeks.
Well, we've been here too. Do you want us to go?
No, of course not. I just wanted to say sorry for not believing you about having sent us a postcard.
Chaps!
Hey?
It's like Pearl Harbor all over again here.
You what? Oh, yeah. Oh, I better go and pay me respects.
Behave yourself.
Hello. Annabelle Collins, your next-door neighbour. If there's anything you need, just ask.
Thank you.
Thank you, we will.
Hello there. I'm Ralph Hardwick.
Sayonara.
That's Harry Cross. You get used to him, sort of.
Oh, no, you don't.
Hey, what's the game?
We need a fence, and a big one, and quick.
We don't need a fence.
An Englishman's castle, not a Japanese car factory. Where does he think he is, in Sunderland?
Who?
Hirohito. Now, you get yourself down to the timber merchants. We want a 6 feet high fence, and quick.
No, I'm going to say hello to
Look,
the
do
man.
as you're told, I'm paying.
Well, you didn't think I was going to pay, did you?
You would understand our ex-serviceman.
Look, the
peers.
man's a neighbour. The
I
least we
was
can do
face to face with the enemy. Unlike some I could mention, and they were the enemy.
But the war ended 44 years
Go and
ago.
get the fence now.
Oh.
All right, Monty. Should have called you Mountbatten.
Where's Jessica?
In the garden where you left her 15 seconds ago. She's fine.
Oh, you're going to leave it till tomorrow for a minute?
No, I had a few extra house calls to make. This is Caroline.
Frank Rogers.
Oh, pleased to meet you.
Same here, yeah. How's it going?
Chaos. How about you?
Ah, something like that, yeah.
All right.
Listen, I've just dumped this stuff.
Yeah, don't let me keep you.
Frank. I don't think I can look after your bike much longer.
Oh.
My mother-in-law's been eyeing it up. She's dangerous enough on foot. On a bike, she'd be lethal.
Ah, fair enough.
Doesn't look like a doctor to me.
Oh, our new neighbour.
Take it from me, Harry. He's a doctor, all right.
Doctor of what? Car engineering?
Your surgery's in Lennox, haven't you?
Oh, I know.
Oh, he's right. You're living next door to a GP, Dr. Michael Choi.
Let's see now. Let's put it down over here just for the time being, okay? Oh, easy. There, great. Thanks. No messing around from these boys, is there?
No, they seem to know what they're doing.
Kettle on?
Yep.
Great. Do you want a hot drink, Jessica?
Can I have some chocolate, please?
Okay.
What do you think of the neighbours?
Well, Frank Rogers is okay, and next door.
The Collinses.
They seem friendly enough.
What about that old guy with glasses?
There's always one.
Yeah, I suppose so.
We don't want to get off on the wrong foot, do we?
No,
So keep smiling, huh?
it's all I ever do.
Harold Cross, next door neighbour, at your service.
Chris, what's going on?
Ralph?
No kidding. Chris.
Well, I was going to go and find out, but you're going to save me the trouble.
Why should I? It's my room. Move or move you. Oh, yeah, you and who's Harvey? I'm not going to play by the bus and say, get a box of matches and play by the old drum. I'll split me sides and really
What we do, Mother? I put the water in the kettle.
I can hear you two down the road.
It's here, Dad. Chuck me out of my room.
Oh, tell her, will you, Dad?
Tell her what?
That this is my room.
Shut up, the pair of you. Right, one at a time. You first.
Right, this is
It's
my
my room.
I was here first.
One at a time.
She only wants this room because I've got
You
it.
haven't got it, I have.
No chance.
All right. All right. Chris.
Toss up?
I'm not tossing off my own room. No way.
Never mind, it's my room.
It's the only fair way.
No, it's mine.
You can't both have the room.
I'm having it.
Oh, that is one little cow. It really is.
Now listen,
It
Dad.
was a stick to you.
Carl. Come on. I've had enough of this, I'm warning you. Jeff, get up here. In one house they're moaning because they have to share a bedroom. They get a room each and they still won't shut up.
It's here, not me.
Tease, mate. I do everything round here.
Jeff, this is your room, son.
Oh, wait, Dad.
Yeah, sound. You can see everyone who walks into the close from here.
Yeah, well, that's why I wanted it. He gets everything he wants.
Oh, behave.
You spoiled. This isn't fair.
Well, you should have called when you had the chance.
Mum.
Don't look at me.
All right, I'll have that one then.
That's the one I want.
See, I see it first and she likes the idea.
I didn't like this one. Not really. It was that one.
I could strangle you.
Now, hey. Come on, Carl.
Tails.
I was going to say tails.
Right, you have tails, I'll have heads, all right.
Tails.
All sounds pretty healthy to me, Mr. Cross. Every bit as strong as your back.
Well, it comes and goes with me back. But the old ticker, that's taking a pounding. Very stressful, the war, you know. Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have mentioned that.
What?
The war.
Oh, we don't mind.
We weren't around at the time, of course.
Oh, I'm not blaming you. They give and forget, I say. Anyway, we're all allies now, aren't we?
Oh, we always were. The British and the Chinese fought side by side, didn't they?
Oh, yeah. And long may it stay that way.
We can do you an ordinary tea bag if you like, Mr. Cross.
Oh, no, call me Harry. I'll have the real McCoy. Mind you, during the war, we drank anything that was wet.
Mr. Choi. Hello, I'm Frank's wife, Chrissy.
Oh, come in. I've just got to show the men where to put the bed. Excuse me.
Hello, you must be...
Caroline, and this is Jessica.
Oh, Katie. Well, I thought you might like a cup of tea, but...
Oh, thank you. That was very thoughtful of you. Look, why don't you join us instead?
Oh, thanks very much.
Is China tea all right?
Yeah, that's fine, thank you.
Hiya, Jessica. Would you like me to show you around your new house? Okay, then.
Katie, don't you get in anybody's way.
Okay, Mum.
Be good.
And don't you make a show of us.
I'm sorry.
There's more to the Chinese and Thai food tea, you know. These new neighbours of mine, they're cultured people. And that's more than I can say for the mob that's just moved out of here.
All this just for a barbecue?
Well, if we're going to do it, we may as well do it properly.
I couldn't agree more, Gerald.
Me neither. Why do you think I married him?
Well, there's no need to argue because we all agree. Now, how do you fancy being a hod carrier?
Oh, no. I shall be acting foreman, and you too can be the labourers.
That's hardly what we had in mind.
What isn't?
I have just sacked Mother as foreman on the barbecue building site.
I should think so, too. What do you think, Gerald?
Well, it is their building site, love.
Oh, far too polite. That's his only fault.
Could never accuse you of that, could we, Mother?
You've accused me of worse in the past.
I thought we were always going to look to the future.
Quite so. I think I'll take that very quiet little Chinese child for a walk. Let's take them a pot of tea instead. I don't suppose they've had a chance to unpack yet. Where to be getting under their feet when they're arranging their things?
I don't think it's a good idea, Mother.
You wouldn't. She's not your child, is she?
Don't go too far.
Oh, a single yard's too far for you, my love. I'll take them their tea now.
Yeah, I think they'd appreciate that. You know, Gerald, I think you're remarkably good for Mona.
It's love.
Hello. What are you two doing?
I'm showing Jessica around.
Well, that's very nice of you. Can I come too? Shall I show you our garden? And then perhaps we can go for a nice little walk afterwards. Would you like that, Jessica? Yes.
another cup of tea here, Michael.
Won't be long.
You've got this moving business down to a T, haven't you?
Well, I'm no use in the muscles department, and Michael couldn't manage on his own. So...
I wish we'd hired them.
Oh, they cost an arm and a leg.
Never pays to cut corners. Buy cheap, buy twice. Know what I mean?
Sorry to trouble you, but... Oh, well.
It looks like we got all the tea in China. Look, why don't you join us?
Oh, well, thank you. In case we run short. It is China tea.
Oh, I'm very impressed.
Be stupid to bring Indian tea, wouldn't it?
I do hope my mother hasn't been a problem.
Pardon?
Isn't she here?
No.
Oh, she said she was coming over to take your little girl for a walk.
Jessica?
Well, she's not been here.
Wonder where she can be.
Well, what's all this then? A tea party?
Well, it's beginning to develop.
Where's Jessica?
I thought she was with you.
Oh, where's Katie?
They're probably playing together somewhere.
Somewhere. I'll be happier knowing where.
Well, it's all right, Michael. As Mr. Cross says, she's not on her own.
Oh, yeah. Katie knows her way around. You don't have to worry.
Maybe they're upstairs. Jessica!
It's all right, Michael.
Caroline, you look in the back gardens. Jessica! Katie! Jess! Jess! Jessica!
They won't have gone far. They're only kids. They'll be playing somewhere.
Yes, but where?
Well, Mother said she was going to take Jessica for a walk.
What, with Katie?
Poor kids.
Why? What makes you say that?
Their mother, she's 11pence halfpenny off the shilling.
Where would she take them?
Oh, they won't be far away. Probably playing down by the river.
What river?
The River Alt.
It's filthy. It's absolutely disease-ridden.
Mona will fall in first.
Where is it?
End of the close. Turn left, 100 yards.
Jessica! Jessica! Jess! Jess!
Mother, where's Jessica?
Go away, you silly girl.
Did she have Jessica with her when she came in?
I don't know.
Mother, open the door.
We were in the garage. She just called out, I'm back.
Mother!
Go away.
Jessica! Jessica!
Frank!
We're only playing, Mum.
I thought she was with you. I didn't see them coming.
We crept up here without anyone seeing us.
Oh, for one terrible minute I thought I'd lost her. She's all I've got.
Sorry about that, Michael. We didn't have a clue either of them were here.
That's okay.
I thought I told you to stay in your room.
It's a pity you didn't tell her that half an hour ago.
Caroline?
Hey! Don't you presume to tell me how to look after my child when you can't even look after your own?
Chris.
And don't you presume she's my child?
Well, all right, but you're his wife.
Wrong again.
Hey,
come on now. There's no harm done, so let's just forget it happened. Good idea. Come on. Let's just forget all about it, like Michael says.
Yes.
Sorry, Chrissy. My sister, she tends to get heated.
What's up?
Oh, a bit of panic over nothing.
Oh. Well, look, I didn't know the exact dimensions of the garden, but a 6-foot-high fence.
6 inch high. Everything all right then, Dr. Choi?
Yes, thanks, Harry.
Kids, they break your heart, don't they? But you've got to love them.
What's going on then?
They're our new neighbours, and we should show them some common courtesy.
Oh, you've changed your tune, haven't you?
We should make them welcome. It's a big relief to have decent people living next door for a change. And we should give them due consideration.
All right. What about Pearl Harbor, then?
It's today that counts. The today and the future.
You never cease to amaze me, Harry.
A 6 inch high white fence. Lovely job.
6 inches? You'll never even see it.
Oh,
We owe her an apology, you know.
You might think so.
The woman was under stress, Chris. She was frustrated.
Hey, Dad, there's a funny smell.
Not now, Jeff.
When then?
Float. She probably blames herself.
Yeah, well, so she should.
If Michael hadn't bought our house, we'd have been right in it.
Oh, come off it, Frank. Michael bought our house because he wanted to live in it, no other reason.
Even so, if I hadn't got you to take our Katie over there, Jessica wouldn't have disappeared, would she?
There was no need to snap at Mrs. Rogers like that.
It was her daughter I was snapping at.
Oh, we don't want to antagonize the neighbors. You've only just got here.
Michael, we have nothing to prove here, you know. You have nothing to prove.
What's that supposed to mean?
We don't have to apologize for being a different nationality than everyone else.
Caroline, we've gone beyond all that, surely.
Why am I forced to kowtow to the likes of Mr. Cross just to preserve the peace?
All right, he's an old fellow with old prejudices. But as the Collins has pointed out, he's harmless, really.
So why am I being so nice to him?
We've been here less than 2 hours, and all we've had from the neighbors is kindness and good wishes. What more do you want? The Rogers have bent over backwards.
So they should. If you hadn't bought this place, they'd have gone under. You could have paid much less for this place.
I didn't want to exploit the man. I wanted to buy the house.
And if the positions had been reversed, are you sure Frank Rogers would have been so generous?
Well, that's hardly the point.
That's exactly the point.
What are you really trying to say, Caroline?
He's a real gentleman, that Michael. You know, it's a welcome change to have somebody decent moving into the close.
Of course, I suppose him being a doctor had no influence on your opinions, did it?
You want to thank your lucky stars it's not someone like the Rogers, or the Corkills even.
See?
Might as well.
Look, this 6 inch high fence.
Yeah?
You'll never even notice it.
6 inch? I said 1 foot 6 inches.
Do you want a creosoted up, what?
No, painted, white. I'd give you a hand on
And
it.
you've got a bad back, yeah, I know. What are you looking so smug about?
Sally and Kevin. They've got no excuse for not coming now, have they? Now we've got a doctor living next door to us.
And I've worked out a few free kick routines for practicing for Saturday's match.
Who are you playing?
Everett Avenue. They won't know what's hit them.
Why don't you practice after school?
I've got to deliver my papers after school.
If I was your teacher, I wouldn't fancy coming in that early.
No, we only practice on the yard, so we don't need to teach you. Hey, Dad, there's a funny smell in this house.
You've got your nose too near your ass, mate.
No, honest, it's something funny.
It's just a musty smell. Come in here. The house hasn't been lived in for months. It's bound to smell a bit funny, eh?
You humiliated me.
There was no need for an argument just because 2 kids were playing together.
You backed her in front of the whole close.
Jessica was safe. There was nothing to get heated about.
Katie needed to be told off.
I'm sure her mother can handle that without any help from you or me, and well, you know it. What is it, Caroline?
Stop blaming me.
Blaming you for what?
For losing Jessica. What else?
I haven't said a word.
You've no need to. It's written all over your face.
You thought she was with me, I thought she was with you. It was a mutual misunderstanding.
Yes, but it's my duty to look after her, isn't it?
Caroline.
That's all you need me for, to look after Jessica.
I've never said that.
You've no need to. The whole family says it for you.
Caroline, where are you going?
I owe you an apology.
B&B owner Val Skirrow undergoes life-saving surgery for cervical cancer next at Jimmy's. Now the Collins barbecue causes untold animosity in Brookside.
Can hear your brain creaking.
Well, I'm beginning to believe it myself.
What?
Well, that this house is ours, now that we've sorted a few things out.
Well, if there's any doubts, love, the Building Society will soon remind us at the end of the month. Don't you worry.
No. Everything's going to be okay, Frank. I can feel it. Everything's looking good.
And the toast is not bad either.
Well, you get a better class of bread this side of the close.
Hey, it didn't take you long to sing a different tune.
My dear husband's convinced me. Open my eyes to a whole new world of possibilities. I wonder where she is then.
Who?
Mrs. Choi. What do you think?
I don't know. It's none of my business. Or yours.
Come on. The kid's only about 5 or 6. I wonder when the marriage ended.
Does he wear a wedding ring?
I think so, I don't know.
For all we know, she might be in China or somewhere and on her way over.
Mm.
Hey, Chris, isn't it about time these two are up, love?
You're not kidding.
Hey, are you two getting up this morning or what? I've got the day off for revision.
All right. And there's Morpheus on the syllabus.
Morpheus?
Got to sleep.
See you knocking around during the French Revolution.
Come on. And while you're at it, get Katie up as well.
Are we?
What's wrong with your own bed, eh?
I expect the whole close is wondering where his wife is.
Well, if there is a Mrs. Joy.
There is that, of course, Gerald.
Well, there's only one way to find out. I'll ask him.
I think we should wait until he tells
Yes,
us.
Paul's right, darling. We don't want to appear nosy.
But we are nosy, dear.
Well, we know that, but we don't want everyone else to.
Oh, everybody's nosy around here.
She's right. We're all nosy.
She could still be in China, trying to escape.
They're from Hong Kong, Mother.
Well, perhaps she's run off with another man. I hope so. Unless she's coming back, that is.
Yes, well, what about the barbecue, Paul? We're not going to leave it on the drawing board.
Certainly not. When I start a job, I see it through.
You heard the forewoman.
Yes, we have the technology.
Bricks and cement. Okay. As soon as we've finished breakfast, we'll get started.
We could cook dinner tonight on it. Then we could invite the Choys and ask him about his wife.
divorced?
Nah, just 'cause they're only 5. It's a bit early for the marriage to break up.
Yeah, I wasn't talking to you, Nose.
I couldn't help but hear.
You're getting too big for your boots, madam.
Oh, well, while I think on about it, I want you to go over and apologise to to the Choys for yesterday's carry-on, miss.
All right.
I'll pick up Evening Post while you're at it.
I won't know what to say. I'm scared.
Will you just say that you're sorry for taking Jessica away without asking and that it won't happen again?
Yeah, and get her to sleep in her own room, will you?
You're up the night shift.
Yeah, well, we spent enough time arguing over rooms. Now she won't leave me alone.
Chris, I'm getting stuck into the curtain rails, love.
Come on, you finished. Look, you're a big girl now. That's why you've got your own room and Sammy's got hers.
Yeah, but I get scared on my own, Mum.
Oh. Well, I'll leave a little nightlight on till you get used to it, eh? Go on, get your uniform on. I'll walk in with you.
It's not worth going in. Only for half a day.
Yes, it is. You'll be half a day cleverer. Go on.
Right, back to the grind. Come on, Caroline, I can't go to work like this. I didn't mean to belittle you. It was my fault, and I apologize. I'm just overprotective, I suppose. It's been 6 months, and I should be more able by now, I know, but...
Apologies don't make everything all right, Michael.
I've admitted I was to blame. What more do you want?
I blame myself.
It was a mutual misunderstanding.
Whenever something happens to Jessica, you unload all your guilt onto me. And like a fool, I stand there taking it.
That's not true.
It is. I have to lift you all the time. I have to live with your guilt. I try my best with Jessica. You know I love her. But she's your child, not mine. You just go off every morning, leaving me to clear up the mess.
Why didn't you say this before now?
I want to get a job. I want to start living my own life again.
Nobody forced you to leave Hong Kong.
And nobody forced me to stay here, right?
Absolutely.
Good. Then you'd better advertise for a real nanny.
And what are you going to do?
We've had 6 months of this and we both need a break. I've got a life to lead and I've got to get on with it, if only for the sake of my own sanity. I need to get back to work. Please, think of me for a change.
I'm late. We'll talk when I get back. Time for school, Jessica.
Whenever we talk, you always run away.
Like a lift? I can take you as far as the bus stop.
Thanks very much, Michael. Very kind of you.
No problem. Empty seats, why not?
Well, it's pity everybody doesn't think like that. Thanks. Come on, Katie, get in. Hurry up. Cheers. All right?
All belted up? Good.
Michael, Katie's got something that she'd like to say to you. Haven't you, Katie? Katie!
And we've got something we'd like to say to Katie. How'd you like to come round after school and play with Jessica?
Yeah. Thanks, Mr. Choi.
Are you sure, Michael?
She'd be doing me a favour. Jessica wears out Caroline after school and she wears me out as soon as I get home.
Well, listen, they'll be well matched.
Hello, Ralph. Come in.
Okay. I just wanted to say that although I live with him, I'm nothing like Harry, you know.
Nobody's like Harry.
Oh. Settling in all right then, are you?
Oh, well, yeah. We should have seen it yesterday.
Oh, I can imagine, yeah. Anyway, look, I'm on the cads. You haven't got a drop of tapes, have you? Only I'm painting our front fence.
Yeah, sure.
Oh. New neighbours seem nice enough, don't they?
Oh, they are, yeah. They're really nice. He's a real chap, man.
Ah, he must be. Even Harry likes him.
Well, he can't be that perfect then, can he?
Oh, I suppose not.
Tell you what, though, it's a bit of a mystery, isn't it? You know, his wife not being with him, like.
Yeah, well.
All right, Mr. Hardwick.
Hello, Sammy.
Hey, Dad, there is no funny smell in that bathroom, you know.
I'm going to see to it right now, love.
Anyway, thanks for this, Frank. I'll bring it back as soon as I've finished.
Any time, Ralph. See you, mate.
Yeah, cheers.
Hey, Dad. Didn't want to say not why Mr. Hardwick was here. But it smells as if someone threw up in there about 6 months ago and didn't bother to clean it up.
Ever thought of becoming a poet, love?
No, why?
Never mind.
I can't even write pop songs, never mind poems.
Well, that's never stopped anyone.
I might be a pop star's manager, though. That way I get to meet all the bands on equal terms, wouldn't I?
Well, if that's what you want to do it.
Yeah, I might know. See what I mean?
A bit, yeah.
And he's just coming around and stabbing. The place stinks. I feel ashamed.
Soon put a stop to that, love.
No, you can't.
What's wrong with you?
This aerosol's got CFCs in it.
What?
Chlorofluorocarbons. They destroy the ozone layer.
I'll destroy you in a minute. Kiss it here.
You're not on, Dad.
You don't want this, you think, with a pile of scallies that you're always throwing up in the bathroom.
Yeah, well, sure, it's your nose more makes you throw it in the garden.
Give.
The more people that use these things, the more people get skin cancer. Can you live with that?
Yeah.
Well, I can't.
Sammy.
I mean it, Dad.
So do I.
Look, if Mum ever gets skin cancer, you won't be able to live with yourself, because I won't stop blaming you. Every day I look at you in the eye and remind you.
Let you off, will you?
Yeah, well, it's so easy to get an ozone friendly. All you have to do is ask.
Well, go round the chemist and get me one.
Okay. Won't be long.
Better not be.
There we are.
Come on, sweetheart. I named this ship. What? I'll put the grill into the slot and launch the barbecue.
Right?
There it is. These DIY people, you know, they usually build the thing too wide or too narrow for the grill, but no cock-ups here.
This is no good.
What? It's perfect.
Well, let's light the fire and see if it barbecues things properly. Who's got a match?
Oh, but we've no fuel.
That's right.
Then get some. Or you may have a cup of tea before you start.
Takes after her daughter, you know.
It's only Nisha, Dad. All right, yeah, I'll take you back upstairs. I'll put the kettle on.
Good news.
You've got them?
Last year's GCSE, the previous 4 years CSE, and a few O-levels, it'll be a doddle.
Oh, Brill. Hello, Mr. Rogers.
Hi, love.
Dad, we're supposed to be revising in there.
It's okay, I'll put it all back.
Casey will scream blue murder.
She's over at the Choi's. Go on, I'll only be 5 minutes.
Thought the smell was only in the bathroom.
It was. A dirty old towel left on the floorboards. Must have been there since the house was built.
Then why are you spraying in here, then?
I'm just checking to be on the safe side. It's all right, ozone friendly.
Something's up, isn't it?
No.
Why are men such lousy liars, eh?
Hey, if you two got studying to do, just get in there and study. Go on.
Very nice.
Oh, thanks. Well, I just thought I might as well keep it nice and simple, you know.
Yes, not too imposing.
Yeah, that's it, exactly. It's more decoration than anything else.
Yeah.
So what have you been doing with yourself today, then?
Oh, building a barbecue.
Oh, aye?
Yes, when we neglected to buy the coal. My wife wants to see the results of our endeavours in full glow.
Oh, and how can you refuse your new bride, eh?
I'm not that brave.
Cheers.
Anyway, it's a birthday party for Anna. So if you and Caroline would like to come along, you're most welcome. I've invited Billy and Sheila from number 10 and some of the other neighbours.
Oh, thanks very much.
It's a surprise party.
Oh, I'll be there. I can't speak for Caroline, though, but I'm pretty sure she'll come if you can make it.
Good, good.
And about a babysitter. Probably do it in shifts, an hour on, an hour off.
We'll bring Jessica along. Put her upstairs if she can sleep through the noise.
Thanks, sir. I'll have a think about that.
You know, I fought alongside some of your countrymen in Burma. They taught us all the tricks of the jungle, how to eat off it, live off it, everything. Strange thing was, though, they never seemed to get mosquito bites.
It's common Eastern knowledge that mosquitoes prefer Western blood. That's probably why the Chinese stuck close to you.
You know, I never thought of that.
Then you put the food on top here and you light the fire underneath. And you have to stand back a bit because it's a bit dangerous. And how can we light a fire with no coal and no wood?
Anyway, there's some wood.
My assessment mark's lousy, so I've got to get a good exam mark or I'm dead. Well, come on then, let's get on with it. What do you think's going to come up? Well, seeing as the French Revolution happened almost 200 years to the day, here you are. Causes, effects, principal characters. My mum and dad thought I was revising all that time I was at the supermarket. That's the exam okay and have an hour? Got any biscuits? Wouldn't mind another cup of tea. Well, we haven't done any revision yet. I'm working off the questions. Once I've done that, I told you, it'll be a doddle.
Hey, it's very nice, that, Ralph.
Oh, thanks.
Do the same for our place if you like.
Yeah, you'd have to pay better rates than Harry does. Anyway, time for a late lunch, I think.
Yeah, I feel the same myself. See you.
Yeah, cheers.
All right, Frank.
Hi, love.
Hi, I'm sorry I'm a bit late, love. We were really busy at work.
It's okay.
Have you finished the curtain rails yet?
Not quite, no.
Oh, go on.
Into Katie's room. Come on.
What's going on?
Nothing.
Are you going to pull up the floorboards in my room as well, or what?
No.
What's going on, Dad? You've dropped yourself right in it, haven't you? Mom? What? Tea's made.
What's up with her?
Kids.
Have you eaten yet, Mummy?
I was waiting for you, love.
All right, let's see what we've got in there.
I'm easy, Chris. You know, anything will do me.
Oh, hello.
Sorry to bother you.
Come in, please.
Oh, Frank.
Michael.
I feel a bit stupid, but could one of you show us where the immersion heater switch is, please?
Well, I was just going to get stuck into the curtain rails, but,
Come on. We couldn't find it when we first moved in either.
Were the French peasants better off under Napoleon than under the King and Marie Antoinette? Give reasons. Well, what do you think? Were they? Sans culottes. Those without trousers. You know, culottes like what you wear. Yeah. Well, they were all ago in the poorer districts of Paris. That's how to remember the answer. Well, were they any better off under Napoleon? By becoming cannon fodder in the Napoleonic Wars. No chance. He just replaced the aristocracy by becoming their new landlord. Wasn't much fun being a peasant then, was it? Not that much fun being a peasant now. What was the disco like? Look, Niece, I thought your parents would knock you back now because the exam's looming up. Oh, come off it, will you, Sammy? What? The parents' excuse. If yours let you go, why shouldn't mine let me? Didn't mean to upset you. Yeah, well, it's not very nice finding out from someone else that you went without me. Well, it was a foursome. Me, Owen, Ronnie. You know, I fancy Pete. If it had been the other way around, I would have fixed you up. I didn't know what to do. Him and Ronnie still together? Dunno. Sort of. Not really. Sounds clear enough. Look, I'm sorry. Next time, all right? If there is a next time. Hey, well, I'll tell you what. I'll get my dad to let me have a decorating party in here. I'll invite Pete, and then the rest is up to you. How's that? Okay. Yeah, this one will come up defo. The French Revolution was a middle-class uprising. Discuss. Well, it was, wasn't it? Then what's there to discuss?
sending Jeff to a school on the Wirral would be both impractical and expensive, so we're stuck with what we've got, really.
As a sister, I'm afraid you have to try and befriend it.
I tried taking him out of school, but the Dyslexia Society warned us against that. I'm going to be on pins until tribunal day.
Which is when?
It's next Monday.
You'll be all right.
Oh. I'm sorry. Mad as it sounds, I didn't notice you there.
Still thought the wall was there?
Well, something like that, yes.
We like the open plan bit.
It does make the house seem a lot bigger.
We're about to have some coffee.
Oh, I'll leave you to it then.
No, what I meant was, would you like to join us? Refusal often offends.
Well, if you put it like that, I'd like to. Thank you.
Good.
Hey, you're not going to believe this, but you know, I've lost a bit of me fence.
How else can you lose a bit of your fence? Are you sure you bought enough?
Yes. God knows where it is now. Oh, see, you got the coal then?
Oh, yes. It looks as if the barbecue's operating on alternative fuel. Oh, that's fine, isn't it?
William, what did the words liberté, égalité and fraternité mean after the revolution?
Yeah, that might come up.
Well,
During the revolution, the words liberté, égalité and fraternité was a battle cry and everyone was fired up by these words. But after it, there wasn't much liberty, no equality and precious little brotherhood knocking about.
because...
Well, the people like the sans-culottes fought like mad for these ideals, but at the end of the day, they were no better off economically or socially, so they got nowhere.
Just like over here after the last war.
Yeah, what?
Well, look at all the pensioners who fought in the war against the Germans and the Japanese. Hundreds die every winter because they can't afford proper eating. What did they get from the war? Hypothermia.
Yeah, you're right there, Mr. Rogers. There's a good parallel there, sort of. Dad, it's ready.
Trade bond citizen.
There you go.
Is that all it is?
Yeah, who do you think you are, Marie Antoinette?
Who?
Let me beans.
This is unbelievable, this.
So, by a child's innocent blunder, a small piece of your wretched...
That's not what I call small.
No. You would call it large, but anybody else would say it was minute.
Minute?
It's not the end of the world. What's it worth?
About £3.
And you reduced this child to tears.
It wasn't done maliciously.
Nobody's saying it was.
Then why all the fuss? Why all the shouting?
Look, Harry's gone to visit his grandchild, and he told me to get that fence finished by the time he gets back.
And you always do what he tells you?
No.
Gerald, give me 3 times.
No, you're all right.
No, wait!
All right, here we are.
Here. We lost 10 times that amount in 30 seconds in Las Vegas, didn't we, Gerald?
I'm afraid we did.
And we enjoyed every second of it. Now clear off this property and stop warming yourself on our wood. Silly old fool.
I heard that.
You were meant to.
And what effect did the French Revolution have on neighbouring countries? Oh, no, this one. For at least the next 60 years in Britain, it was used as an excuse to suppress any uprising, like the Peterloo Massacre, 1819. Good when I'm last, young days. And it was the same in 1926 when Bolshevism was supposed to be behind the general strike. Anyone on strike was called a commie.
Still are.
Oh, shut up, will you, Dad? I think it's a comparison worth mentioning.
Hi, love. I'm sorry it took so long.
It's all right, love.
Hi, girls.
Hi, Mia.
What have you had to eat?
Beans on toast.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm not complaining. Chris, there's something you gotta see.
I didn't think I'd be gone this long.
Stop worrying, it's fine.
Oh, but beans on toast, you've got to have more to eat than that. What have the girls had?
The same, they cooked them.
Oh, that's great, that is. What are Alicia's parents going to think of us, eh?
Listen, Sally just threw it down. They loved it, Chris, honest.
Oh, you're being far too nice. What's up?
Chris, there's no way we could have anticipated this.
Anticipated what?
Dry rot. The old bathroom.
Oh, my God. Well, how much is that going to cost?
All the other rooms are fine.
How much?
I've been on the phone to a firm and given them the measurements. They're coming to see it.
How much?
Anywhere between 1,000 and 2,000.
£2,000? Well, how the hell can we manage that?
It might only be 1,000. Keep your voice down.
Hey, how
I'll shout my own home if I want to. It may not be my own home much longer the day you got us into.
How was I to know?
Oh, why didn't you get a survey done before you bought the house?
I had no intention of buying the house.
Well, I wish you hadn't bought it. But no, you just jump in and think later as usual.
Chris!
Well, I hope you enjoyed your beans on toast, Frank, because that's all we'll be able to afford from now on.
We share the joy of Betty and Roger Bridden next as they welcome their newborn daughter into the world just 16 months after losing their first baby, who was born with a rare illness.
Sad times for Sheila now on living, seeing her old home full of bustling family life again in Brookside.
Hello? All right, Len. Should I sit down? Go on. How much? 500? Can you get it down a bit? I know, yeah, but it's only dry, right? You know, not an extension. Oh, as soon as you like. Yeah, it's taking over the house as we talk.
Why does it always have to be held in places like this?
Where else could it be held?
Well, my front room, that's where. Well, it is my son's future we're discussing. I feel like I'm about to give evidence at a murder trial.
Now, would you really want them all in your front room? Tea and biscuits and all that?
No, suppose not. Not the state of our house at the moment, anyway. I just don't see why it has to be held in such daunting surroundings. What chance has anybody coming in off the street got when the first thing they think about is, oh, wow, look at this fantastic tiling? Why do I feel as though I should whisper?
Who's whispering?
Oh, hello, Dr.
Afternoon, Mrs. Rogers.
Hello, Dr. Medley. You know Diane Ellison, don't you?
Yes, yes. Hello.
I wouldn't have come so far without her help, or yours, of course.
That's what we're here for. We're running to time.
About 15 minutes behind.
Oh, sounds like par for the course.
Oh, well, thank you for taking the trouble to come all this way.
Oh, delighted.
Come on, Jeff, son. On me head. Come on. Hurry up before I'm offside. Come on. All right. It's only 8 you wouldn't have got that.
Don't you mean Ma?
No, I mean his dad.
You dead from Mum?
No, things only just started, son. Nothing to worry about.
Why is she making such a big thing out of it, then?
Because she just wants the best for you, that's all. That's what mums are for. Listen, mate, if the appeal fails, so what? You're going to be all right. Your mum's just been your mum's son. Hello, love.
Hiya, what are you doing?
I'm going down a tip. You coming?
No, I've got homework to do. Oh, Jeff will go there if you got practice for him being a bin man.
What do you mean by that, eh?
Tell him not to show Sammy, Dad.
Stop shouting at her. And you stop having a go with him.
But everyone in the school knows about this stupid appeal there and a big mouth.
Get in the car, son.
Is Mum in?
No, you better come with us.
I'm big enough to be in the house by myself. Anyway, our Sammy's going to be home soon with a load of people.
How do you mean?
She's having a decorating party in her room.
Oh, is she now? Go on, you go on in.
I hope they're going to be happy over there.
Up to them, isn't it? You sure you can cope with the view every day, then?
Yeah. I'd rather the house was occupied and the shutters were up. Can you cope going to the Collins' party?
Oh, what?
Hey, we can't not go.
Yes, we can. It's dead easy. We'd either stay in the house or go somewhere else. In fact, not going is the easiest thing I can think of.
It's very good of them to ask us.
No, it's not. They're probably desperate to get people to go. We might be the only people who turn up, imagine that. God.
That won't wash.
What won't?
That excuse. Listen, I saw another side to Paul Collins. He was very honest with me. And it's an honest invitation to their house. And the least we can do is be honest with each other.
No, we are. I am. I mean, there's loads of reasons why I don't want to go. One is it'll be dead boring.
What about the others?
Look, as a talker, I make a great electrician. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so? I know what you mean.
Well, we've got to learn to give and take. I mean, one of us might want to do one thing, and the other something else, if you see what I mean.
Yeah, I see what you mean, all right. Compromise. Not go to the party because you don't want to.
Exactly. There'll be times when I want to go somewhere, and you don't want to go. That's what being a couple's all about, isn't it?
No, that's what being selfish is all about. But it's all right. I'll tell you all about it.
You mean you go on your own?
Yeah, I think I can find my way across there. And when they ask me where you are, I'll say, I'm not my landlord's keeper.
Hey, now listen here, this is getting close to blackmail now.
As if I would.
I'm finding out a lot about you, Sheila Kant.
When you're ready. Right.
Under the 1981 Education Act, the Educational Authority is legally obliged to cater for the special education needs of all children. We believe that in the case of Jeffrey Rogers, this obligation has not been met. I can't argue that the authority has not followed the correct procedure in statementing the child, but we believe the diagnosis of his problem is insufficient and the resulting educational provision inadequate. Now, after studying the boy's school reports and compiling a history of Jeffrey's educational background, we think that the authority, at best, can be accused of supervisory neglect.
Responsibility for a child's progress at school also, of course, lies with the parents. Mrs. Rogers, did you check Jeffrey's progress? Did you talk to him about his disappointing school reports?
Well, yes, of course I did. And I went to the school on several occasions to try and get the best for Jeffrey. Well, this resulted in him being put into a class for children with special needs, which I'm sad to say was no more than a convenient term for ignoring the cause of his problem, which turns out to be dyslexia in Jeff's case.
Which is a very general term, as I'm sure you'll appreciate, Mrs. Rogers.
Look at the state of this.
What?
Well, what do you expect me to do with this? The size of it.
Just remember, my little sister's downstairs and she misses nothing. So watch what you're saying, all right?
It isn't the size, it's what you do with it.
Stop, Ronnie.
Oh, I'm only saying.
I know what you're saying. All I'm saying is you should just do the delicate bits.
Like in the corners and things like that.
Hey, I think what you meant, hey, Nish.
Yeah, well, now. Just to be on the safe side, eh?
Could I put them up on my window?
If it makes you any happier, yeah. But don't tell your mother where you got them from. Otherwise, she'll want them sterilised before they go up.
Right.
Following the results of the WISCR and subsequent subtests, I reached the conclusion that with an IQ of 115, the boy should be reading and spelling at a level commensurate with or slightly above his chronological age.
Which is the same conclusion made by the authority in the statement.
Exactly. Our point of conflict, and hence this appeal, rests on the fact that the authority came to the conclusion that the child's attainment was far short of the expected result, without looking into the possible reasons for this. In other words, they came to a recommendation without a diagnosis. Now, I submit that no responsible recommendation as to the boy's future can be made without a diagnosis. I refer you to page 7, paragraph 2 of my report. I found Geoffrey to be a very bright lad, who is suffering, I believe, from a weakness in auditory sequential short-term memory, resulting in a poor reading ability. He also has a weakness in visual sequential short-term memory, hence the weak spelling. In other words, Geoffrey is, in our words, dyslexic. Now, that is a specific form of learning difficulty. It is not a global learning difficulty.
Hey, come on. I know it's tough, but we'll get through it. Did you hear me? Look, I know it hasn't been an easy few years for either of us, and especially for you. But we're together now. And I'll do my best not to let you down, all right? You'll always have your memories of Damon, and I'll always think of him as a great lad. And he'd want his mum to have a bit of happiness, wouldn't he?
Sammy? Samantha? Sammy? Samantha?
Yeah?
Samantha, get down here.
Samantha?
What's the matter?
Just get yourself down here.
Oh, he's not gonna throw me out again, is he?
Are you really good at painting, aren't you, Pigs?
Do you want to see me on the skating boards?
Oh, I can't wait.
So, you've not seen anyone then?
What's your business, you?
I was only asking. I mean, you know oil paint like I, but someone might want to take you out. If they've lost their glasses, like.
I've got 4 people waking up there for a few sandwiches and drinks, soft drinks. The music was loud, so I turned it down, and I'll keep it down. We're doing a good job and saving you time and money. And if you throw them out, Dad, well, I'll just die. Because Owen's up there and you make a complete fool of me again.
Did I say I was going to throw him out?
No, but if you do, well, I'm going with them. And then I'll emigrate to New Zealand.
But look, Dad, you can't emigrate to New Zealand.
Shut up, Katie. It's nothing to do with you.
Don't be talking to your sister like that.
Yeah, you tell her that.
Now listen, as long as there's no larking about, spilling paint, or anything else that's going to put even more strain on my nerves and pocket.
There won't be.
Good, because I've got enough on my plate with appeals and dry rot.
Thought you were getting it done cheap.
Never mind getting it done cheap. It still cost me 500 quid, so there's no money to be thrown around.
Hey, Dad, there's an
There's a bike outside. Looks brand spanking new as well. Is it for me? Well, is it or what?
Yeah, it's yours, son.
Oh, nice one, Dad.
Well, he's had a rough time, hasn't he? With the dyslexia business. And the appeal being today.
Must be £200 worth.
3 more, like?
Nowhere near that. It was a bargain.
Knock off.
Of course it wasn't. It's from abroad, that. One of the lads at work. He got for about 6 of them. In Spain, I think it was.
Well, I don't think it's fair. Just because he can't read and write properly, he gets better thought of.
Now, don't be like that. You know that's not true. Who's going to Italy with the school and costing me a fortune? You'd all get your fair share in the long run, you know that.
What about me, then?
Oh, you do all right.
I've got no bike and I'm not going to Italy. I'll think of something.
And she will.
And you better go and keep your eye in your bedroom. Make sure it's not being messed up. Go on, Jeff. Go on, mate.
All right, Katie. All right, OK if you use the phone?
Sure. I'm just surprised you managed to tear yourself away from Nisha.
What do you mean?
You've splashed yourself.
Oh, no, yeah. Nisha did it messing about. Oh, hey, come on. We are painting your bedroom. It's going to be a good job. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Back reflectors broke. I haven't done it.
I know that. I've been watching you. Oh, it's a pity, that, son. Still, it's only coppers for a new one.
Hey, where'd you get the bike from, Dad?
One of the lads brought it back from Spain. It's a cracker, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't wait to get to school and show me mates. Can I have a few quid for the new one? Then it's all bang on. Oh, nice one, Dad. It sounds.
That is your lot.
Thanks. Tell you what, I'll ride down that bike shop now. They'll have one.
Go ahead, then. Oh, no.
Looking custy, yeah. I did most of the work myself, you know. Well, it's like a light blue
Sorry,
colour.
lad.
It's not
This
too...
is an emergency. That's private. Come on, Brian, lad. Brian, Frank Rogers. All right, mate. Oh, yeah, sound, yeah. Listen, Brian, do us a favour. Do you remember that bike I got off you? Yeah, I know it was ages ago. Well, listen, mate, did it have anything to do with a shop called Mike's Bikes down by the Robin Hood? No, you sure now? And go for that. No, there's no problems, no. No. What's that? Car phones? Brian, I've got no call for them. I'll catch you again, mate.
Can't believe he just snatched the phone off you.
Oh, he's a beaut. Let's face it, Sam, he just doesn't want me around, does he?
Well, I'll go and ask him why he did it.
Hey, not while I'm in the house, he won't. Does your old fella do that to your boyfriend's niche?
I don't have a boyfriend, so I wouldn't know. Well, you must have said something to him.
I was only talking to me ma. Just chose the wrong bedroom to decorate, I suppose. Hey, I tell you what, I'm good though, aren't I?
Help me decorate any time. But if he can get his head through the door to get out of here, like.
Oh, there's gratitude.
So you must know Frankie Morgan, then?
Yeah, I know all the family. And I was there when Frankie ate the Toro at the party.
So he really did that, then?
Yeah, he was going to be the draft excluded, but somebody stopped him.
Hey, I know Frankie Morgan. He has some boss parties when his mum and dad are away on holiday. I'll get him to find out when the next one is.
Great.
I'll be there.
Yeah, hold that while I go to the toilet. All right, sure.
So you must know Gazza Campbell.
Is he still going out with Janet Morrison?
No, she ditched him ages ago. He's with the dreaded Gail now.
He's not still going out with her, is he?
I reckon it's because his mum wouldn't let him have a dog.
You're yourself tonight, aren't you?
We're only having a bit of a laugh. Why is Gail your busy mate, is she?
No, I don't even know her.
Well, there you go, then.
Nearly finished, eh? Yeah, it's looking great.
I reckon we should all go into business, you know.
Specialising in small bedrooms.
Yeah, on better pay.
When I asked you, you wanted to do it straight away. Thought it was a great idea. Help me decorate my bedroom, I said. You wanted to start then, 10 o'clock last Tuesday night.
I'm only joking. Oh, you're very touchy today, Sam.
I think I'd better go now. You can manage without me, can't you?
No.
Do you want us to clean these brushes, Sam? Please. Where? Downstairs in the kitchen, I suppose.
Right. So you must know Poxy Anita who goes round with Splosh?
Aye, Ronnie. Poxy Anita's Pete's sister.
No.
No, but you should have seen your face.
I'll, go.
You're jealous?
No, I'm not. I'm just annoyed that you made a fuss, Anisha.
I just didn't want her to be the odd one out, that's all. You know, me and you, Ronnie and Pete.
So instead you made me feel the odd one out.
Oh, don't talk soft. We got the job done, haven't we? Oh, if you're going to do moody on me, I'm getting off.
Oh, with Nisha?
She's going the same way as me, yeah? Why not?
We'll go then. Well, thanks for helping me and thanks for making a fool of me in front of me mates.
I didn't do that, Sammy. You managed that quite nicely by yourself. I was just having a bit of a laugh with Nisha, that's all.
Well, I hope you both have lots of laughs in the future.
Oh, suit yourself. Oh, and don't bother shouting your owl, fella. I'll throw myself out.
Just go.
Long time since I had help with these.
Thinking about Bobby, eh?
Thinking about picking Claire up from him, yeah? Well, we were married a long time. Bobby and Sheila.
What made you say that?
I suppose that's the way the neighbours will always think about us unless they start seeing Billy and Sheila together.
You really want to go to this party, don't you?
Yeah, I do. And not just for them either.
All right, then we'll go.
Thanks.
Just thought, Dad,
About what?
about what my present could be. Well, I've no bike, no holiday in Italy to look forward to.
And I've got no money and a big bill for dry rot to look forward to. Go on. Put me out of my misery.
Chips on the chippy with fish, peas and gravy.
Is that it?
Yes! Come on, Jeff, we're having a chippy tea. Yeah.
It just gets better.
You may have the final word, Mrs. Rogers. I know you'd like to.
Well, I just think that with everybody here to defend their own point of view, there's a danger of losing the main objective and forgetting the point. The outcome of this appeal will affect my son for the rest of his life. I know there isn't a lot of money to spare, and I know about cutbacks and limited resources, and I know that there are priorities and that difficult decisions have to be made. But I just want to say that we all helped to create the wealth of this country, and that I think the least that we can ask, expect, is that our children be looked after properly when it comes to their education. I cannot afford to send my son to a private special school. If I could, I would, in spite of my own firm belief that every child deserves a good education under the state system. If I had the money, my beliefs would fly out the window, because I cannot sacrifice my son for a principle. But I do not have that option. And because I cannot opt out, I have to speak for the principal and for every parent in my position. Let my son have the education he needs. Let my son have the education which will help him make a future for himself. I claim this as my right as a parent. But if I have to beg, I will beg. Please,
Some news for the two battling mums in Jimmy's next. It's touch-and-go surgery for one, but the all-clear for the other. It's party time now on Living, and have Anna and Paul finally put the past behind them in Brookside.
What do you think?
Brilliant. Honest.
Don't eat too much. You want to enjoy the party food.
I'm eating now because I know I won't enjoy the party food.
Let Annabelle Collins hear you. She prides herself on her catering.
Yeah, but it's all that fresh air food, isn't it? Creamy things in the owl mushrooms and that.
Vol au vent.
No, I'm serious.
I could do that Tom Osborne a serious injury. I really could. And our dry rot expert turns out to be a maintenance man from Frank's works. I wish I had the faith in him Frank did. They're great houses, but no matter how well built they are, they can't stand the neglect ours has been through. I can't get over this place, though, Michael. Just how quickly you've made it your own. Everywhere's so neat and tidy.
Well, my life's so chaotic at the moment. I need somewhere neat and orderly, as I'd never get anything done. Caroline's a great help.
Chaotic?
Work, work, and work. So you won the appeal, then?
Yes, I did. They've recommended a peripatetic teacher for Jeff 3 times a week, so we should start to catch up now. It's quite an ordeal, though.
I can imagine. You did well.
It's hard on Jeff, too.
Children are very resilient.
Is it very hard starting a new practice at Michael?
A little. One has to find out an awful lot about the patients quickly, stuff that isn't in their case notes, and they have to get to know me. But we're also trying to make the health centre into a community centre.
Well, what sort of things are you doing there, then?
Oh, nothing grand. A full-time nurse to run well-person clinics, a library where people can educate themselves about their own bodies, and a place where they can come and pick up leaflets about various entitlements, that sort of thing.
All sounds very noble.
Not really. We do have our selfish motives as well. If patients are well-informed and relatively happy, they tend not to bother us with the trivia.
Bathroom's free.
Right. Yeah.
Listen, you'll enjoy it when you get there.
The bathroom.
The party.
As Michael says, if the public are educated about the trivia, then they can cope and not bother the doctors. Do it sounds so sensible to me. You want to see the state of the place, Frank? It looks as though he's lived there for years, and everything's so clean and tidy and peaceful.
Have you any idea where my lecky razor is?
What's up with you?
Chris, you only went over to use his toilet. You've gone for over half an hour, then you come back with his life story. God knows what you would have found out if you went for a bath.
Oh, when can I have a bath?
I know it's inconvenient, and I know it's a pain to have to do without a bathroom for 2 days, but the job's got to be done.
And done properly?
And done properly. So if you all have a little bit of faith and patience in Lenny, who I'm sure is doing a first-class job, the house will be right in a couple of days.
We hope.
Is she asleep?
Yes.
Are you all right?
Don't you think I should have been consulted concerning Jessica's future?
It isn't like that, Michael. You know it isn't.
You and my in-laws are discussing Jessica's future. The three of you are planning to take her to Hong Kong behind my back, and you say it isn't like that. What is it like? And don't talk to me about traditions. Don't tell me I've been through a lot recently and don't know what's best for my own flesh and blood.
Well, what is best for her then? You work very long hours. She sees you in the morning as you rush her off to school on your way to work. You read her a story at night to send her off to sleep. If our mum was alive, it would be different. But she isn't, Michael. In Hong Kong, Jess will have a large and caring family.
I do my best for her. I know I'm very busy at the practice, but it'll ease off eventually. How could you think for one moment I'd let her go?
It was just a possibility. I know how much you care about her, and I know you've moved here to start afresh. But is a garden and space enough? I just wanted to discuss it with Maylin's parents. What's wrong with that?
What's wrong is not consulting me first. How do you think I feel when I receive a letter like this?
Then, Michael, I'm sorry. But you just have to be here more so Jess can be with you. You know how I feel. And you know I'll do everything I can to help. But I'm not Mei Lin. And you just have to face it. Life isn't going to be the same as if she was still here.
There's dust everywhere, and that fluid stinks.
It's going to be worth it in the long run, Chris. Who'd have thought? A 4-bedroom detached house. Can't believe it.
Yeah, well, I still can't believe it myself. You promised me you wouldn't do anything like this again.
How often are we going to buy a house?
Dad, Lenny wants to see it. He's finished. And ask him how long the house is going to stink of it.
It's going to be all right, love. And where are you going?
Nisha's. See you later.
Sammy, how late?
Dunno, not late.
I'd like a proper time, please, Sammy, so that I don't have to worry.
Well, if I give you the proper time, you'll only worry if I'm a bit late.
Don't get smart, miss. I'd like to know what time you're coming home.
About 10:30.
You make it 10, and not a minute later. Right, Dad?
Spot on.
10 then.
Good.
See ya.
How will the Joys manage with the child?
We're taking in turns to look after her. Caroline will come first, and then Michael. They seem to have a very good relationship for brother and sister.
Wonder where the wife is, though.
None of our business. Let's just concentrate on having a good time.
Are you all right?
Of course I am. Why'd you ask?
You look a bit tired, that's all.
No, I'm all right.
I've put you through an awful lot, haven't I?
And we're through it. This party's a celebration of that. Everything's going to be fine, Anna.
All right.
What are you doing here?
Oh, don't start any of that.
Any of what? I'm on my way to Nisha's.
Oh, and don't suppose you know anything about Meet Me Here.
You're doing it again, aren't you? I can't believe you. Look, the Valentine's phone calls and the jokes, they were all right. But just forget it now, eh? You made your feelings quite plain when you started chasing Nisha.
Sorry, I wasn't chasing her. If I had been, I'd have caught her. Your bedroom's not that big, you know. Look, either you're apologising or not. It's as simple as that. That's why I'm here.
You are the most pig-headed, arrogant, self-centred two-face. Oh, look, just leave me alone. I'm going to be late.
Hey, hang on, will you? It cost me £1.18 to get here, so listen, will you? I got a call from Nisha saying you wanted to meet me here by the phone box at 7:30 to apologise. And you, miss, were late.
Yeah, well, I'm supposed to be at Nisha's at 8 o'clock and you're making me even later. Just wish she'd leave things alone.
I'm glad she didn't. Fresh start, then.
All right, but I've got to be home by 10.
Don't worry. I'm not going to give your old fella any reason to fall out with me from now on.
will you please leave those vol au vents alone? Leave some for the guests. You ought to have a word with him, Miriam, after all the hard work you've put in. I'm just delighted to see that they're able.
Oh, Miriam, this is lovely. Oh, thank you.
Ooh, more guests. I'll get it.
You're determined to enjoy yourself, aren't you?
Yes, I am. It's going to be fine. Thanks for everything.
My pleasure.
A lot of people have just kept their heads down and waited for the outcome. You've been there when we both needed someone to talk to.
I think you better go and join your guests.
Well, you can't have a bacon sarnie without killing the pig. Come on, let's get stuck in, get the place cleaned up.
Go on, I'll do it. There isn't enough room in here for the two of us.
God bless you.
Have you lived on the close for long?
Yeah,
About
6.5 years.
Oh, but you both live at number 10, don't you?
Yes, but I used to live at number 5 before the Rochesters eventually moved in. I'm separated from my husband, you
Yeah,
see.
and, well, I'm separated from my wife, you know, same as Sheila and Eddie's. Well, it's so simple as that.
Oh, well, I'm very pleased for you both.
Let me top you up. I've got everything, as long as it's red and white wine. Spirits and beer in the kitchen, all right?
Yeah, white wine, please, Paul.
Me too, please.
Ah, here's the most important man in the room. Where's the scotch, Paul?
In the kitchen.
Oh, hello.
Red or white?
Not for
White
me,
for you,
your
young
old
lady.
man's just confessed.
Thank you.
Who's that?
All right, now mind your dress.
Haven't got a clue.
How's the little girl?
Oh, she's fast asleep, I hope.
Oh, good. And you, Sheila?
Thanks, sir.
No, sir.
I've tried to hate Brian, but I can't, Miriam. I just can't. It worries me because I think I should. But why should you hate him? You had a brief affair with him. It's over. He let you down. And you... That shouldn't surprise you. Men who have brief affairs usually do. Oh, you don't have to hate him, Annabelle. That's so negative. Be positive. Huh? Look to the man who hasn't let you down.
Are you talking about me?
Definitely not, Desmond.
Oh.
Ah, if I could rely on anyone to let me down, it would be you.
Well, that's a nice thing to say to a fellow magistrate. Where's the scotch? Your better half told me to help myself.
Here you are. Don't overdo it, mind.
Well, I thought it was supposed to be a party.
Right. Hello, Rosie. How's Helen? Still at Rennie's? Great.
So you settled in all right, like?
Yes, it seems a very pleasant place to live. I've still got to find the best shops and everything, but I'm sure it'll all fall into place eventually. Yes, please.
So glad you could come.
Happy to be here. We both are.
Cheer up.
Oh, sorry. Nervous host. I just want everybody to enjoy themselves.
Worry they are.
You see, it's so important it's right for Annabelle.
I know. Paul, I think it's a lovely idea about the party, and I wish you all the luck in the world for the future.
Gordon, turn that music down, please.
Okay, now.
Thank you.
Desmond Greenhall. He's the one, I'm afraid.
One and what?
A disruptive influence. Well, every party has one, and I'm afraid Desmond is usually it.
I don't know him. He's one of Mum's fellow magistrates.
And you don't know me either. Ian Anderson.
Gordon Collins. You a colleague of Mum's as well?
No. But I'm with a friend who is.
What do you do?
I work for a company that imports wines.
Really? It sounds fascinating.
It is. And what do you do?
I don't have a job at the moment, I'm afraid, so... I take it you must travel to France quite a bit.
Do you know France at all?
We've got friends who we used to stay with over there in the summer holidays, and my sister's lived there for quite a few years now, so, yeah.
Do you speak the language?
Oui, mais j'en suis pas coulant.
Did you enjoy the volleyball?
Excuse me. Didn't have one, did I?
Cowards.
Look, I have to ask you, where is it I know you from?
I think you must be mistaken, mate. I've
No,
never seen you before
I
in
never
my life.
forget a face. I know I've had a few, but it'll come to me. It'll come.
What a weird bloke. Oh, would you like one of these?
Yes.
Well, that was...
What did it tell you?
I give in. What did you tell me?
That everything was going to be all right. And you fancy a drink?
Put the kettle on type drink or a walk down the pub type drink?
A nice little walk down a pub.
Frank, we've bought a house we can't afford, carpets we can't afford, dry rot we can't afford. Sounds like the only sensible thing to do.
Great.
Well, I'd just like to say that birthdays are a
Get on with it, Paul. You're slowing the drinking down.
Well, I'm only slowing my drinking down, Desmond. I wouldn't attempt to slow down yours.
Oh, quite right, too.
Now, birthdays are a sort of natural time when we reflect upon what's gone before and what's to come in the future.
Don't me start it again.
I mean, there are occasions when you really start to think about time. What's gone and what's to come. I mean, we can't change the past, but we can do an awful lot about the future. And I'd just like to say that, well, how much I value the time that Annabelle and I have had together, and how much I look forward to our future together.
Hear, hear.
I'd like to propose a toast to Annabelle, with my love, and happy birthday.
To Annabelle.
Are you a teacher?
No, I'm not.
If you're not a teacher, and I thought you were, are you anything to do with shipping?
Listen, mate, I'm an electrician. An electrician who just wants to be left alone, okay?
Probably rather young. Is that the phrase? I don't know. I don't know. You have a natural ability.
Oh, hardly. Probably tell a red from a white at a push and with the lights on, but that's about it.
Nonsense. Why don't you come and have dinner with us one night, and you can try some real vintage stuff?
Oh, thanks, I'd like that.
Good. Cheers.
You're not an officer of the law, are you?
No, I'm not.
You're not related to my ex-wife?
No.
You work in the bank?
Listen, mate, I've told you I'm an electrician, all right? So just stay away from me, not another word, okay?
He's had too much to drink. What's the matter with you?
Look, I'm going before he gets his memory back, okay?
Are you all right?
Yes, yes. I just wanted a moment.
What's the matter?
Nothing to fuss over.
Caroline was looking for you to say goodnight. Michael's coming over. Are you sure you're all right?
Yes.
I'd like them all to go, really. Quite like the house to ourselves. Or is that being very selfish?
It was selfish of me in the first place, having the party, Anna.
What a strange thing to say. It's a lovely idea, a lovely party.
But it was selfish. It was telling everybody that we're still a couple. Our marriage is strong, going to last.
So it is.
I'm sorry, that speech downstairs, it embarrassed you.
No. I love you, Paul. I honestly do. It's a party for us. Not just for you. Not just for me. For us.
What was all that about?
I remembered where I knew him from. I had to leave before he remembered.
Well, who was he?
He's a magistrate. I was up before him a couple of years ago. It was to do with our Tracy. She had a crush on one of her teachers, and he took advantage of her on a school trip to Switzerland. And I found out as I went round and I chinned him one. Any decent father would have done the same. And I ended up in court. If our Tracy hadn't turned up, I would have been sent down. I suppose we still got a lot to find out about one another, haven't we?
Oh, I thought she was your better half.
No, my sister.
Oh, what a charm. We got on like a house on fire straight away. What are you drinking?
I'm all right for the moment, thanks.
Excuse me while I just fill up.
You go ahead.
Oh, excuse me. Now, if there's one thing I know, it's when I've had enough. Because I always fall over.
Come on, I think it's home time now.
Home time, indeed. Thanks for a lovely evening. Good night. Good night, Elaine. Elaine.
All these cars, no?
Big party.
I wonder why we weren't invited.
Come on, Des, be sensible. You can't drive in that stage.
Once I get behind that wheel, I just slip into auto, and she takes me right up to the garage doors, no problem.
You really shouldn't drive, you know.
No problem.
Des, let me drive you home. Be sensible.
Do wish you'd stop fussing. Ah.
If you attempt to drive that car, I'll phone the police.
And who the hell do you think you are?
Last November, my wife was killed by a drunk driver. Someone just like you.
Get in the back, Des. I'm taking you home. I'll ring you, Gordon.
Good night.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Look, would you come back to the party, please?
In Jimmy's next, an update on the young man who had his face rebuilt after an operation to remove a jawbone tumour.